Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anja and I enjoy beautiful things, beautiful living, beautiful places, and I love sharing them with beautiful people just like you. Okay, so I have a question. Do you have a happy place that you go to? An actual physical location, not one that's in your mind that you go to chill and zen, but an actual place. Okay, well today I'm going to vlog and take you guys to one of my happy places, and I'm excited about it. But before I go, I have to have breakfast.
Breakfast is some delicious oatmeal with some chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, raisins, and blueberries.
Okay, let's go. Boo! It looks like all the parking is taken up. Boo! I realized I need to get my heart posture together because I'm like, boo, it's a bunch of other cars here. You guys can enjoy the mountain, just not when I'm here. Yeah, I need to change my heart posture. That's not nice. It's not fair. This is Sweeney Ridge. Landscape look over. It's definitely real tripping right now. And you have to definitely protect your animals because there are foxes over here. I didn't initially want to, but I'm going to have to end up putting my hat on. I didn't want to because the hat weighs everything down, but it's necessary. Guys, look. This is probably one of my favorite parts of this. Look at just this open space. I tried to do it without a hat. I just can't, so I shan't. And it's crazy because this morning I was all like, oh, it's all foggy. Man, I hope the sun comes out. And here's the sun out. Now I'm like, it probably would have been a little bit better to walk in the cool of the morning because it's still early. I don't even think it's like 9:30. And I like to get here before the highs of the day, because then it is too much. But then there are days when it's so pretty out here. Like, it's refreshing to be here because of all of the greenery. I also like to get here early because not too many people be at work. Since I'm bringing you all with me, my goal today is to get to the outlook of the top where I think you can see the ocean. So that's some miles up. Look at this. So a reason why it's necessary for me to go to my happy place often is because it nurtures my whole body, my whole self. There are, when we think about wellness and health and fitness, I feel like sometimes it looks a certain way, or we think it's supposed to look a certain way for everybody, and it's not. I'm just hoping that it doesn't rain today while I'm here. I love the rain, but I don't feel like walking back to the car in it. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it sounds like rushing water. I really wish I could see it. And booyah, do you see it? It's all in the mountains, all through the mountains, coming in there. And it's been raining so much here that I know it's fishing. This actually was one of my favorite places to come to after a fresh rain because the mountains were so misty, and the Lord always showed me just like his vast beauty. And then I was always just like, oh, he has spoken so many good things to me in seasons prior here at this very place. You can hear the water in the background too. It's so cute. And just the peace that I've experienced. And it's hard too, because walking up all these mountains is not easy. There are like 4 different large mountains and no handlebars, just straight up glute and thigh workout. When thinking about wellness, mental wellness, emotional wellness, physical wellness, spiritual wellness, financial wellness, like every aspect of life matters. And a happy place, which is almost kind of like the secret place a little bit. Hi. It helps you to focus on those things. Look at this, y'all. That's a trail. I don't know if that man just came that way, but my God, is it beautiful. And it's so clear today too. But we stay focused so much solely. I feel like we really pay attention to one area where God wants all of the areas healthy and balanced. And so time in the secret place, in the happy place, is it's so necessary. And one of the things here, like for instance, I use my lungs a lot when I'm at the gym, but the air still, it's sweaty. It's filled with other people's sweat, scent, the equipment smell. It's nothing like the great outdoors. Wow, this is new. This is new. It came all down from the massive rains that we've been having. Just a slide. And me, all I can see is, oh, yes, it looks dangerous, but it also looks like art. Looks like natural art. Obviously, when your happy place is a place that requires you to hike or walk, your breathing is a lot deeper because you got to make it to where you're going. Your heart pumps harder. The circulation flows. You start ending up happy anyways. There's more water over there where the airport is. Just heels on heels on heels. Okay. I know I'm breaking all the skin rules by having myself exposed here in the sun, but that's fine. I wanted to talk about, because walking and trying to get all of these thoughts out at once with thinking about, oh gosh, what I want to show everybody. It's making me think about how having a happy place literally pulls out happiness and makes you grateful. So this morning when I woke up, on my YouTube feed, there was a documentary about Nancy, maybe her name was Lehman, and I never heard about her, which is strange because I'm a child of the 80s, love PBS, and never heard about Sewing with Nancy. But this woman was phenomenal. She was like very much a girl next door. She was a teacher, and she taught people how to sew. Now, what's also very special, or should I say significant about it, is that on a side of her face, she had Bell's palsy when she was like 14 months old or something. And so the Bell's palsy caused half of her face to become paralyzed. So it looked like she had had a stroke, and she went all throughout her whole life like that, but yet still gave and shared of her talent to so many millions of people, started her own business, like legit sewing businesses, everything that you kind of see content creators these days doing when they share their tips or where they share with their knowledge. That's what she was doing. And I thought about it back in the 80s when things were just like super glamorous about the way you look, about how you sound, what you can do. Here is this mom from the Midwest who had half of her face paralyzed, and yet she was sharing so much. I thought about how debilitating certain things are or have been in my life, and for other friends that I know too. A lot of people, like, we just deal with debilitating things, whether it's a disability, a circumstance, or a situation, something that hinders us. And in the grand scheme of things, we could use it to push us to go further, or what I've done for a long time is just let it hang back. Like my struggles, internal struggles. I used to not like my voice. Oh my gosh, I'm too big to go in front of the camera. I'm too this, I'm too that. All of these excuses, when God knows that He put it in our hearts and He gave us those gifts and talents, no matter what we look like, to go out and encourage other people. And this is, yeah. By the way, if you were wondering, is she sitting on the ground? Yes, she is sitting on the ground, and she is looking at the view while talking into the camera with you guys, because I said you were going to walk with me, which means we're walking together, we're moving together, and we're all in this together. And this is not a rant. Maybe it's a mini rant, because I know what it feels like to be hindered for so long and have those hindering blocks in your mind. And on the outside, you're like, well, why can't I get this together? Like, why can't I do this? I'm pulling these things down and I'm affirming myself, and God has already declared me. Then what is it? A lot of it in the last step is taking action, and taking action scared. And we see all of those quotes about doing it afraid and doing it scared, but that's really what it comes down to. I don't even remember who sings that song, but it goes like, fear, he is a liar. Or I don't know if it is a liar. Maybe it's fear, it is a liar. Regardless, fear is a lie. So do things afraid. It's okay to be unique. No, actually not. It's not okay to be unique. It's wonderful to be unique, because unique people are world changers. I'm getting all of this right now in my happy place, by the way. Unique people are world changers. They're the ones who see things and watch it become established and work hard so that it can be established. Okay, now this is a little rant. This one right here is gonna be a little rant. I was watching something recently, and the guy was talking about, don't go into the arts, go into tech. You know, you're going to be poor. I mean, my family told me that you're going to be a starving artist, all of that stuff, but you're going to be poor if you go into those fields. So go into the fields where they make money. And I thought about it. I was like, he is up here telling everybody to go into tech, whether that's their gifting or not, or go into a field that makes money. But when you have the money, you spend the money on things of the artistry. Woo! Oh, it's that same man. When you have money, you spend your money on art. You spend your money on amazing dishes created by creative chefs. You spend your money on going to museums, painted to look at exhibits created by artists who had visions and visionaries. You spend your money on clothes designed by designers who are artists. So I say, do whatever your gifting is. And it's hard because I know we all need money. I know we need money in order to live, but I look forward to just seeing more and more for myself and for other people who I love, how our art is able to sustain us. Because I have known my entire life, I don't know how I knew when I was a kid that I wanted to be my own boss. I didn't even know what that was. I didn't know entrepreneurship. It wasn't like they were teaching us entrepreneurship back in the day, but I just knew wanted to be my own boss. There was just something on the inside of me, and that same thing was probably also saying, yeah, the corporate life is a challenge. While it has many of its blessings, it's a challenge for me, and it's okay. Everything is a challenge, whether you work for yourself or not, whether you work for someone else or not. It's all a challenge because we all still have to show up and do it. So, all right, rant over. We're going to continue with our walk. This stretch, for me, out of the entire mountainous walk, is most challenging because it's the most elevated. We're almost there at the top. Let's look at the views. Sometimes I even like to just walk backwards. Whew. To this little peak. Whew. We still have further to go though. So now see how far we've come. Wow, I wish you guys could really see the full effect, but I know the gray outside is obstructing it in my camera, but some of those, there we go. Some of those tree trunks are covered in like a mossy green while other ones are not. I wonder what determines the difference. I don't know. And do I need to go? Okay, I'm good. Oh, look, it's another stream. There's something so soothing about creeks to me. I love how every park that I go to, mostly, unless it's just super duper hot, will have a creek. Here's a little pop of color amongst all that green. Oh, and if you guys can see it, this is what I meant by some of the tree trunks being covered in the leaves while others aren't. I don't know. It looks like the same species of trees, but let's see if we can get closer. Because when you look at the top, they all look the same. I don't know what determines that. One thing I can say for sure is, like, when you're around all the different species of trees, they smell different. So in this area where there's a lot more of these kind of plants and those kind of plants, I can actually smell it. It's different. Here is the peak as far as I'm going today. I believe that is a piece of the Pacific Coast Highway, and it goes all the way to Southern California. So of course, when there's time spent in your happy place, you end up happy. We made it all the way to the peak of where I'm going today and got a chance to see the ocean from that side and a little teeny piece of the Pacific Coast Highway because it's the Pacific Ocean. And still enjoying all of that beauty while we walk back to the starting point. there's so much, like there's so many benefits to having a happy place that you can go to, that is a physical place that you can go to. And the happy place doesn't have to be outside. It could be a coffee shop. It could be a park, an amusement park. I mean, unfortunately, you have to spend money, but it could be anywhere. It could even be your car. If you have solitude and can think, I know so many people, I am one of them, who sits in the car in front of the house and ponders life. That's just what I do. And I know other people the same way, because when you start to move into your house or go into the house, there's all these distractions and you see all these things that need to be done. But in the car, and especially after you've stopped, so you don't have to focus on driving, you just get to sit still and be. So that's one of the things too about the happy place. Maybe you're not still, maybe you don't even sit, but you still get an opportunity to be. And these are all forms of self-care. I love spas, and I love spas. Like, I can talk about spas all day long. Spas, skincare, wellness, and the effects of like receiving services all day long. But the core of it and the foundation of it is wellness within yourself. Self-care is so vast for a reason, and it's vast because it looks so different for everybody. Whereas water may be refreshing for me, fresh squeezed orange juice may be the bee's knees for somebody else. So another thing I wanted to encourage is to listen to that still small voice. Yesterday, I was not feeling well at all. And I was in the car and I sat still. And I heard like a wind, like, go get a massage. So I booked a place that's relatively inexpensive. I felt so much better afterwards. I needed that. It was 90 minutes and she was working out so many kinks. Now, yes, today I feel like I got jumped. And that's okay, because my body needed it. I was feeling like I was jumped anyways by being all stiff and stuck and crooked. So once again, self-care is a lifestyle. There are things that we have to do every day. And I do say have to because it's the foundation of our very being. Whether that's journaling, taking your vitamins, eating a certain type of food that's best for your body and your digestive system, all of those things play a part. And it's always so much more fun to go down than it is to go up. Because up is hard work. But up gets the body pumping to where you can appreciate going down. Yaha. Message. Look at the sun coming out, you guys. See why it's always important to bring a handy dandy hat, just in case. I would have been like, had I not. There's the SFO, and that's part of the San Francisco Bay. And all of that way over there, that's the East Bay. So I hope you guys felt like you were on this walk with me, because you 100% were. There's not going to be a whole bunch of editing of this video, just like, to cut down on some stuff and speed up some stuff. But I'm an authentic person, and I desire for that to shine through my videos, through my lens of the world. And even with creating these videos for YouTube, I'm focused more on the writing than I am the production. And by the writing part, I mean honestly just the authenticity of staying focused on what I'm talking about. Bam, mountain. If someone with Nancy can do it, and not just because she has Bell's palsy. I mean, like I said, we all have something going on, some deformity, whether you can see it or not, whether it's a physical deformity, mental handicap, emotional blockage, spiritual misfire, whatever the heck. Like, we all got something, but seeing that today just like did something to me. And yes, I did like tear up 3 times, maybe 4, but it's a beautiful story. And actually, I'm gonna link it down below just in case y'all want to watch and be like, what's this girl talking about? This lady named Nancy. If you're like me and never heard of someone with Nancy, but I actually, you know what, I related with, what is her name that passed away, Bev Smith. I loved her shows. They were like, me and my friend talked about how comforting they were back in the day, because it wasn't all about me, I. It was very much like, let me show you how to do something. Let me bring on guests, bring on experts, bring on people who know what they're talking about in a very homey kind of way, and show you, help you, teach you, inspire you, uplift you, style you. Like, all of these things really do matter. So that's the direction that I'm moving in my mindset when it comes to creating content for business and creating content. I had to stop for a little bit so I can like maneuver my ankle. And that's another thing, walking downhill, I have to be more cognizant, because it's easier to twitch something than walking uphill, because I'm way more focused on what I'm doing. Walking uphill because the exertion is greater. But yeah, it's exciting. I hope that I inspired somebody to take their butt outside, because spring is almost amongst us. It's kissing us right now. The weather has been really up and down frightful. I'm going to say I'm grateful for this weather, and I hope that, and being the rain, and I'm grateful for now the sunshine, and I hope that we see so many gorgeous blooms from all the rain that we've been having. California had been in a drought for a really long time. We're no longer in a drought. I know that the Shasta, like the rivers up there by Lake Shasta, the Russian River, they were like depleted for a very long time. They're no longer depleted. So I said all this about being grateful. Just being grateful for what we have, and being grateful for the spaces that we have. Yeah. So you see how clear it is? We're getting closer. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to the car so I can get something to eat. What? Get something to eat. Ooh, get something to eat. Yes, this is how I am in real life. It's so nice heading down. And this is that beautiful pile of art that we saw the last time when we were going up. Woo. There it is. Whoop, there it is. By art. made it back to the sign. Thank you guys so much for coming with me to my happy place. I appreciate it. And now would love for you to take your pretty little finger or your handsome strong finger, press that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified when I put an upload, okay? Have a beautiful one. Bye.